And while much of Cape Cod has been overdeveloped and overrun with summer visitors, Sandwich has kept its old Cape Cod charm. Well, if you're one of those visitors who's always driven through Sandwich and never stopped, here's a little of what you've been missing.
Both times that Thoreau came to Sandwich, 1849 and 50, it poured rain. The train was late. He had to get jammed into the stagecoach. He didn't have time to eat in the station restaurant. He had to go without lunch. He had to go down Cape in this crowded stagecoach. Furthermore, the roads were very bad, and they turned around several times, and rain came in each side, and he said, these are his words about Sandwich, he said, "Ours was but half a sandwich at most, and that must have fallen on the buttered side down sometime. I only saw that it was a closely built town with glass works to improve its sand and narrow streets in which we turned round and round till we could not tell which way we were going, and the rain came in this side and the other." And so this was his impression of Sandwich, which is disastrous, because he wrote this in his famous book, Cape Cod. Sandwich was settled in 1637 by people from Saugus Plantation. It was formed by 60 families from Saugus, some of whom had moved down earlier to Plymouth to establish residence in this area, and it is the first town that was settled on Cape Cod, which was completely empty as far as white settlers were concerned. Sandwich is literally the town that glass made. The change in Sandwich was enormous.
The Sandwich Glass Company, because of its reputation, because of the work, the fine work that was done there, has become synonymous with American glass. And this is the home for American glass collectors. People make pilgrimages to the Sandwich Glass Museum as the center of early American glassmaking. Handmade glass has been a very important factor in human endeavor for 3,000 years. There's almost no handwork done anymore, but we continue in traditional classic methods of glassmaking.
The jam kitchen was established in 1903 by an old Sandwich family, Miss Ida Putnam, who was a daughter of the Foster family that had been in Sandwich since the beginning. When she became old, sold the kitchen, sold the whole property to Martha Blake, who had worked for many years at the jam kitchen. Martha is a devoted and very skillful cook, for which the kitchen became famous.
Making it the way we did is sort of a lost art, because well, people don't have the time to do it, to prepare it the way we did, you see, and we don't. They still don't use the commercial pectin or anything like that, and I think that's why it's more or less of a lost art. I lived away from here off and on for short periods, but I always came back to Sandwich, and I think I'd rather live and die here than most anywhere I ever went.
Sandwich is a marvelous complex of old streets with many houses, particularly those around the mill pond. It's a very sprawly town. The town fathers, maybe 60, 70 years ago, however, deliberately decided that Sandwich would not have bowling alleys, that they would not have moving picture houses, that they would not have major restaurants, that they would not have dance halls, and so that this also contributes to the present character of Sandwich, and some of that old conservation is still with us now.
We're fortunate that a lot of people in town love the historic town, and we've gotten several historic districts which help keep out some of the Leaning Tower pizzas along the way. I think Sandwich will last. I'm sure it will.
We were bypassed earlier when development took place that was not monitored as it is today. So now when people have discovered how lovely Sandwich is, luckily we have some protection set in and guidelines for preserving it. We're a small town, but we're just a hop, skip from Boston, really. We've taken advantage of the cultural opportunities in the city and go in often and find that it's a very comfortable situation.